Hello friends, this is the look we are doing today. This is me making up for the fact that I forgot that a whole palette was in my Boxycharm. It's the Tarteist Pro palette, the first one, not like the funky one that they did later. So I actually, again, I already had one, so this is just my old one, which is why it looks a little bit more dingy. But yeah, we're just gonna do, I feel like this is like a bronzy, like summertime smoky eye. My shirt has cherries on it, so I wanted to do red lipstick so that I could match my shirt. So I wanted to make a little bit more neutral. So we mainly play with the top row here. This guy here, we use two shimmers and we use a little bit of the black. I actually forgot how much I like the quality of this palette. It's really, really good. I've never had an issue with Tarte shadows. I just kind of like forget about it more so. When I worked at Sephora, I used this palette and a lot of Tarte palettes like very often on clients. So I definitely like have nothing to complain about with them. Their mattes are always like really nice and creamy and smooth and very buildable. And their shimmers, I feel like they also always do a really good job with. So this is definitely a palette that I would recommend. If you're kind of looking to start out and you want like a lot of different neutrals all in one go, you basically have like warm, cool, some berries, and true neutrals, and then your 4 shimmers down the side. So it's a nice starter palette, or if you're just not a huge fan of using a lot of shimmers in your looks, it's nice that this is mostly matte, because I know, like, say a lot of more mature people feel like they can't wear a lot of shimmer, which is false, in my opinion. But if you're the kind of person that feels that way, then bada boom, bada bing, that's for you. So this is the look that we wound up doing. I will zoom you guys in. Hello. Yeah, so we just got like a nice little warm, bronzy, smoky moment. The lashes that I'm wearing are from AliExpress. It's just a pair called number 300. That's all the information about them that I have. On my lips, I have my MAC, my Brick lip pencil, and then the Fenty Uncensored lip paint. Any other details I'll have up on my Instagram for the rest of the things that are on my face. But without further ado, let's get into it. Alrighty, my friends, we are all up close and personal. I've already primed my eye with my P. Louise and Mama Mitchell blank canvas. It's a little dark right out here because I got confused and started putting eyeshadow on this eye much before I needed to, but I buffed it all out. It's all good. So I'm gonna just hold up the palette here. Dun dun! So we're going to be working mainly with this top row here, lots of like warm neutrals. I'm going to scooch in a little bit of the black down there, but we're mostly playing with this top row right here, and then our 2 more bronzy shimmery colors there. I also look like super creepy just watching from behind the palette here. So I'm going to take a nice big fluffy brush. I have a Morphe M504 here, and I'm going to go into the shade Innocent. So it's kind of like a light peachy brown, and I forgot to bring in a mirror again, so we're going to use a compact. So I'm just going to kind of zhuzh that through the crease, if you will. Nothing too crazy. We just want to get that first shade down. Actually, the viewfinder's pretty easy to watch on. But yeah, we just want to kind of get that first shade down, get a little dimension going on. I'm just going to pick up a little bit more, kind of buff that out into the abyss there. Easy peasy. That's the whole first step done. So now I'm going to take a slightly smaller brush. This one is an Morphe M433. And I'm going to use the shade Whimsy, which is just next to it. Like a nice burnt orange. Oh, my dog's poking his way in here. Maybe he'll come hang out with us. If only we could be so lucky. So I'm just going to pick that guy up. And we're focusing this a little bit more so on the outer corner. Into the crease still as well, but not as high and as loosey-goosey as shade number 1. Because we're using this to add some dimension. Oh, hi buddy. He's gonna lay down. You're gonna hear a lot of scratchy sounds for a second here because he's making himself comfortable. So same thing, I just picked up a little bit more product. Doing okay there, bud? And I'm just blending that through, especially on the outer corner there. There we go, just like that. And then we have one more shade to deepen it up with here. So I'm taking a really nice small brush for this. I have a MAC 221. I'm going into the shade Smoked, so the deepest shade on the end here, and a tiny bit into Whimsy, just to kind of warm up the brown a little bit. So we're going into Smoked, a little tap of Whimsy, tap off the brush, and we're focusing this on the outer corner here. It's not coming up like all the way through the crease like the first two shades did. It's just staying right out here. There we go. Actually, I'm just going to go back in with a little bit more Whimsy because I feel like this eye doesn't look as warm as the other eye does in person. So I'm just going to bring it up a little higher on the outer corner there. Yeah, that looks better. Okay, so now for the lid shades, we're using... Sorry, y'all, my dad just got home. We're using Ethereal and Glam. So these just go on really well with your finger. They're very creamy, but they're also pressed a little bit harder, if that makes sense. So you don't get like a ton up on the brush or on your finger, but they show up really, really nice. And this guy here is going on the center of the lid and a little bit out towards the outer corner. We're gonna blend that out in a sec, but you just wanna get this on super high shine, and then I'm gonna go into Glam, which is the lighter one, and that's gonna go on our inner corner here. Sorry, I'm trying to figure out where I left off. I just had a phone call and I had to run away for a second, so I don't quite remember what was going on. I'm pretty sure we just finished putting Glam on the inner corner with our fingers. So I'm just gonna take my little M443 again here. I'm gonna dip a little bit into Whimsy and Smoked, and then I'm just gonna kind of wiggle. You see this seam that we have over here? We're just gonna get rid of that. So it's just like a nice soft fade. Just like that, just so you don't have it like a, you know? And then the last thing we're gonna do on the top, we're gonna go with Punk. That is the black. It's a very soft black. It's not like super, super rich or intense, so I feel like it's pretty good for like if you're more of a beginner or if black scares you, it's easier to use. And I'm just gonna take that on an M506. Yeah, we're gonna do that. Right on like the tip of it. And I'm just putting that right down at the lashes on the outer corner here. Just to give like a little smokiness, like a little extra oomph, without having to navigate how to take black all through the crease. It just makes it a lot easier, but it still gives you like a smokier effect. So we'll do the lower lash line while we're here, and then I'm gonna step off to do like mascara and lashes. These lashes I just got off of AliExpress. What's the number? Is there a number? Number 300. I don't know. So we're gonna kind of just repeat everything that we did on the top, on the bottom. So I'm gonna take Innocent, and I'm doing this on my MAC 221, and we're gonna run that along the lower lash line. Very tickly. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of Whimsy, do the exact same thing. Now, you can kind of decide if you wanna take it all the way in or if you wanna keep it on the outer corner. I'm just like, I'm here for something smoky, so I'm taking it all the way. And then on my, what was this again? 504, I'm gonna take a little bit of Smoked on the tip and keep that just to the outer corner. Just like that. For the inner corner highlight, so the lightest shimmer in here is Glam, which is what's on the inner part of my lid there. So it's a little bit light for me. So I did just use this random ColourPop shadow from the Disney Designer Collection. It was Hi Ho. This guy here. It's got like a little bit of like a sparkle to it. Just so I could have like a little something fun on the inner corners. I would hold it up and show you better, but it is broken. Just for something a little spicy in there. And then I'm just gonna wipe off my one brush here. Yeah, my 443. I just wiped that off, and then I'm going into Vintage here, which is, boop, that guy there. It's like an off-white. It's not quite white. It's like a creamy white. I don't know. And then I'm just gonna pop that underneath my brow. Now shades like this are nice too because You can use it as like a little bit of an eraser, so if you feel like you took it up too high or anything like that, you can use it to bring it down a little bit. But I'm gonna step off. I'm just gonna do lashes and mascara and all that fun stuff, and then I will show you the final look. Alright guys, so we are here with the finished look. This is it. We've done it. We've completed it. It happened. So yeah, I'll bring you guys in a little bit. Ba-bow. These are my eyeballs. This is the eyeball we just did. I got mascara on my eyelid. It got really dark suddenly, but yeah, this is it. This is it, this is it. So I'm gonna zoom you guys out. There we go. Yeah, so this is the final look. I do really want to touch on just quickly. I know I used a lot of Morphe brushes in this look. I'm kind of just using what I have. I'm not really vibing with Morphe currently in terms of like just their general suckishness. Oh, let me fix my background really quick. Yeah, so I'm not really vibing with Morphe right now. I know that there's a lot of issues going on with like Jeffree Star and Shane and Tati and this and that. While I'm not really much in a position to comment on it, I will say that I no longer plan to purchase anything from Morphe. I don't really plan to give them any more of my money, and I don't plan to give Jeffree Star any more of my money either. Shane Dawson never received money from me because he's a weird guy. I didn't like him at all to begin with. So yeah, I'm just using what I have. I'm not gonna like encourage you guys to go out and buy things from Morphe, but if you want to, you can. Not my place to tell you how to spend your money, but just know that my current stance is that I no longer plan to spend my money with them. And with that, I believe that's it. That's all. I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, more to come, and I'm also sorry that this had to be a separate video and it wasn't in my original Boxycharm unboxing, but at least it gave me content to create. And with that, I will see you guys next time. Don't forget to like this video if you enjoyed. Don't forget to subscribe if you enjoy me. And comment down below and have a conversation with me. Maybe, you know, if you are in your 20s and suddenly developed acne and you got rid of it, tell me how, because that's where I'm at right now. Alright, so I'll see you guys next time. Bye.